A new year means a new opportunity to get organized. But what is the best way to start in order to succeed and then sustain?
Yeah, Fox 61's Audrey Kuchin spoke to the pros.
Refresh, restart, new calendar year, a lot of promise.
A new survey says an estimated 189 million Americans say they are determined to learn something new, make a lifestyle change, or set a personal goal to better themselves in 2021. Well, here we are, mid-January. How's it working out for us? Sadly, it's been shown that only 4% of people stick to their resolutions each year.
You have to do it on your own time. You have to be ready. Make the commitment. It's a promise to yourself.
Enter Mara Dowler, certified Marie Kondo consultant, owner of Bluebird Home out of Madison, a.k.a. a pro at decluttering your home, your life.
It's amazing, the transformation, just like in one session that I have with people.
Check it out. Dowler practices the KonMari organization method. Keep only the things that speak to the heart and discard items that no longer spark joy.
It brings peace. You're only surrounded by the things that have meaning to you, things that you use, things that you want, things that you love. And that's what's important. Your priorities become clearer.
Most tidying methods advocate a room by room or little by little approach. Dowler says go by category, not location, beginning with clothes, then books, papers, miscellaneous items, and finally sentimental things.
Everybody thinks that more is better, but it's really not. Then, things tend to lose their specialness or lose their meaning if there's just too much because you're overwhelmed by stuff.
On the tail end of the holidays after Santa's visit, the new stuff is overwhelming. Dowler recommends including your kids in the process, going through their old and new belongings together. Appeal to their compassionate side, knowing items that aren't their favorite can be donated to kids who will love them.
I think kids are really good at deciding what sparks joy for them. And that just means they have their favorites.
Dowler says kids learn through play, so make a fun sorting game. Explain that everything should have its own home, a designated spot where it lives in your house.
Do you have any tips on getting the whole family on board, like husbands?
Yeah, lead by example, I say, and by grace, then it'll happen over time. And remember that the house is a home. It's not a museum. It gets messy. That's life.
Visualize your ideal lifestyle, make an action plan, and remember,
your home should function for you and your family. So it doesn't have to look Instagram worthy. You don't live in a magazine.
More tips from Bluebird Home at fox61.com. Audrey Kuchin, Fox 61.